Hello, my Fireflies, and welcome back to TheCyanFirefly. It's me, Lyette, and today I'm just gonna give you guys a channel update, talk to you about what's going on. I don't have a name for this show yet, but I would like to do something like this about twice a month. Just kind of want to spend some time sitting down, talking to you guys, and just going over what's coming up on the channel, what's been going on in Asley and I's lives for the time being, and just a way to touch base with you guys. So the footage in the background for this video should be Faeria. It's a pretty nice card game that I've been playing a lot. There will be a video about this coming out very shortly. It's kind of a hex-based card game that borrows a lot of features from Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering. It's pretty damn fun. Check out the video. I will have it linked below once it's released. So first thing I wanted to address today is I wanted to go over the fact why there wasn't a whole lot of videos for the past 2 weeks. As it turns out, that illness that Asley had, yeah, I got it too. I have been fairly sick for the past 2 weeks. I actually missed quite a few shifts at my job as well. It's been very unpleasant. I'm still having quite a bit of it. I just did some recording for Faeria earlier. I was talking for about a solid hour, and my voice is absolutely crap now as a result. You might not be able to tell from this particular video because I'm editing it quite heavily, but I'm having to stop quite a bit to either swallow or drink some water because, holy hell, this illness just knocked me out of commission. Another thing I would like to bring up is that I found out the wonders of equalization and compression, so my videos should actually be sounding quite a bit better now. You should actually notice it as soon as this video. I'm still working on playing with it to get the exact best sound for my voice, and I'll also be doing it for Asley's voice later down the line. But videos should ultimately be sounding better, which is much benefit to you guys, and it makes me not want to poke my eyes out while I'm editing things. Another thing I wanted to put down in this particular update is the videos I have up and coming. Like I said, I am doing a Faeria video, which I did a live edit of, and I will also be doing my TLDR edit. The TLDRs probably aren't going anywhere. I'm not sure what I plan on doing in the future for the live edits, but we'll see where things go. I would also like to do a Hollow Knight video later on in the week, and I have another game down the pipeline that I got review code for. I'm not going to share that one until I actually produce it because I haven't played it yet, but according to the dev, it should be kind of a Dark Souls-like, so I kind of want to see how that pans out. At this point, I would like to ask you guys your opinion. Is there any Let's Plays you guys would like me to try to get into? I know I used to do an XCOM 1 one that didn't really go anywhere because I lost interest, but XCOM 2 is out, and I enjoy that game quite a bit, so I wouldn't mind doing an XCOM Let's Play. There's a couple of other games I think would be pretty good for Let's Play content, including Halcyona. That looks pretty fun. Obviously, I'm not going to be hosting a lot of these Let's Plays at once. I'm going to try to maybe do 1 or 2 at a time. I don't really want to flood the channel with content or take on too much at once because my schedule is pretty hectic at the moment. Holding down a full-time job, running a D&D campaign, and doing YouTube all at the same time is a little complicated to balance. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you'd like for video content as far as that goes. I'm open to whatever your suggestions may be. So another thing I'd like to go into is that we actually have a TheCyanFirefly.com domain name now. I went ahead and registered that domain, and we have official emails, to say the least. So you can actually email me at the contact@TheCyanFirefly.com. The email address should be on your screen right about now, and you can send us questions, which we will do our best to answer in this particular segment when we do it twice a month. I am kind of eager to see what you guys actually have questions for, and we'll have fun with it. I'll try to answer 2 to 3 questions per segment, and you guys will get to learn more about me, learn more about what I'm doing here or what I plan on doing in the future. It should be a lot of fun. You can ask me, whatever the heck you want. You can ask me about my rig, what I'm doing, anything in general. Nothing's really off limits unless, I specifically tell you if it's off limits. We will not, of course, be answering questions about where we live or our relationship. That stuff is kind of, personal between me and Azali. We're not going to go there. And I'd like to close this particular video with a little bit of story time. Now, as you guys know, I actually have a job, and that job is corporate IT. We actually do manage services for other companies and manage their IT. So what I'd like to do is when we do these segments, if I have had any particularly interesting tickets that I've gone through over the past 2 weeks, I'd like to share them with you and kind of what happened. And mostly I'd like to do this to air any grievances I have with PEBCAX. That means a problem exists between the keyboard and the chair. I run into those quite frequently because, corporate people, they tend to think that they're better than everybody else and they don't really need to deal with the small stuff, and they have this set way in doing things that usually isn't correct. So the first story I actually have for you guys is, it's not so much a PEBCAC as it is why the hell would you do this? So a gentleman opened a ticket with us saying that his computer was randomly muting itself, and I don't mean his speakers, I mean his microphone. He would be on a Skype call with other business interests, and suddenly they wouldn't be able to hear him. So of course I looked into it, I remoted into his computer because we do remote desktop services, and I was checking around and I noticed that his microphone was muted and the volume was reduced to 0. So I told him, hey, this might be related to the problem, and I brought it back up. And then as I was watching, the volume immediately did it again. Now keep in mind, at this point in time, the user was not running Skype. He was not running any VoIP. He was talking to me on his cell phone. So that was a little unusual. So of course I tell him, okay, you know what? Why don't you make a Skype call and call us back so I can watch this live? So I go in and I disable the ability for Skype to control your volume, and I also disabled exclusivity mode on his input device, which should disable the ability of any program to take control of his volume. But lo and behold, first thing that happens in the Skype call is that his volume drops, and I'm looking at his volume settings and his mute settings, and again, went straight down to 0. It was one of the most bizarre things I have ever really seen. But I check around for drivers or anything that could be causing this kind of problem, and of course everything checks out. It's all green, and I'm just wondering what the hell could be going on here. So naturally, I do what every techie in this situation is going to do, and I Google it. Most people have found out that this is related to a rootkit. Yeah, some asshole, some prick went and wasted their time just programming a virus that essentially goes to your computer and mutes all input devices you have. Are you freaking kidding me? What kind of a person sits there and does that kind of stuff? I can understand as a prank, but not some malicious piece of code that you're putting out across the internet to just affect random people's computers. What the hell is wrong with you? So of course I download Malwarebytes free to the guy's computer, scan it, remove the rootkit, and it's working fine again. Wow. That was... Wow. Who the hell programs something like that? Who? Who has the time to waste? Alright, that's about all the time I have for tonight, folks. My voice is getting a little bit tired, and I still need to rest it a little bit more. More videos are on the horizon. I'm feeling quite a bit better now, and we'll start producing content as soon as possible. Thank you very much for hearing me out, and I look forward to reading your emails. And we will go from there. Thank you very much, Fireflies, and you have a great day.